Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is the 17th day, being Friday of October 2025. For some of you who are asking me that now that we are going to protest, if they arrest us or if anything happens to us, how can Sowore help us? Or how can people help us, especially when it comes to hiring lawyers and so on and so forth? As you can see this morning, Sowore posted that 115 lawyers are now on standby to provide legal defense and protection for any free Nnamdi Kanu now protesters across Nigeria. Every participant in the peaceful, lawful march will be supported. No one will stand alone. This is a clear message that this is an alternative, even though this protest is going to be peaceful, even though this protest is going to be a protest of message. We are going to pass a message to people that, listen, people knows what the federal government are doing, people knows the injustice being perpetrated against Nnamdi Kanu, especially in the case of extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria, and also looking into the standing terror court judgments that have said this man should go home, that have acquitted this man and set him free. But the federal government, in their own disobedience to the court order, continue to detain this man. Even when the UN resolution said, free this man, you have violated his fundamental human rights and so on and so forth. They continue to hold him. So there is enough reason to protest. There is enough reason to continue to protest until Nnamdi Kanu is freed. Note that at the time, we were calling for the release of Ibrahim Zakazaki, that is the leader of the Shiite Muslim in Nigeria, when he was detained under Buhari, and there were a lot of injustices being perpetrated against these people. Everybody stood with him. They called for his release because what was meted against him was injustice. Nobody was looking whether you are a Muslim or you are a Christian or you are from the north, from the south. Everybody stood and said what they are doing against this Ibrahim Zakazaki, or Zakazaki, the name I find it difficult to pronounce. You know, it is injustice. We came together, we joined our voices, and we stood against Buhari's administration. The man was freed at the end. So this is another, issue that everybody from part of the country must join, this protest. You might join in presence. If you can't make it, join your voices to free Nnamdi Kanu now. It is important for posterity's sake. I know that I am seeing a lot of people being sponsored, coming out to say that they are going to protest against this, protest championed by Sowore in favor of Kanu, that they are going to stage anti-protest to it. We understand how many, millions of naira that is flying from here, even to people handlers on Facebook and Twitter. I confirm that some of them receive money, and one of them told me, what are you going to do? I discovered that the person was influenced or persuaded monetarily to post something he posted on Facebook. So I went to his inbox. I told him that, I got it. Look at how you were convinced to do this. Why must you do something against your conscience? And he told me that, and so what? I said, no, I didn't come here for quarrel. You see, this life, whatever you sow, you will reap. When the Southeast governors were gathering together, proscribing IPOB, we warned them. IPOB was a peaceful, association. They took the matter to court. Benta Yako then said IPOB is not a terrorist organization. They moved from that court. They went to another court. They do ex parte order proscribing IPOB, validating it. I was looking at them, I was laughing. Everything going on today was created by the government, especially that of Southeastern, politicians. And you can see today now they link a lot of terrorist activities in the Southeast to Nnamdi Kanu. That is a bullshit. Nnamdi Kanu has no connection with all those things going on. If you are still finding it difficult to understand what is going on, ask me, I will tell you, because I don't talk from what I hear. I talk from what I know. We have the records in our pants. We have the evidence in our pants. We know what is transpiring. Nobody knows it all, but I'm talking about what I know myself. You understand? So, for those of you who really want to, support this movement, support through your posts, your voice, the world is watching. The world is watching. You can't continue to do this thing always and go free with it. I think this time around, ADC government will be caught up. You can't be sponsoring terrorism. You can't be coming to national TV to say you imported terrorists to remove Jonathan and you are going free with it. You can't be putting bandits on your payroll, striking peace deal with them, supporting different jihadist terrorist organizations. We now have Wolo Wolo from Nasarawa. They are now having base in Kwara, but their mission is to hijack the Niger Delta, and people are looking for someone who stood up and said enough is enough. You keep him in detention without having any court judgment against him. It isn't easy. If a nation, you don't know the power of a nation will handcuff you, put you in detention in their country, in their court for 10 years. They have not even have a one court judgment that said Nnamdi Kanu is guilty, not one. You think say easy? No, this should be enough reason for you to sit down and start thinking. Sit down and think. If Nigeria wants to jail you in their own court for 10 years, they have not been able to secure one court judgment that says you are guilty. I mean, we have 2 federal high court judgments that says Nnamdi Kanu free. We have 1 appeal court judgment that says Nnamdi Kanu free. And federal government now went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court could not say Nnamdi Kanu, you are guilty. Supreme Court could not say so. But because of politics, after Supreme Court said federal government committed an error by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu and bringing him to Nigeria without due process. Federal government committed error by invading his house. Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail because it is his right to escape for his life, because people were killed without any problem. Nnamdi Kanu was to go to the court tomorrow, and today you invaded his house. Supreme Court condemn. At the end, it says, yes, appeal court discharged this case and said that no court in Nigeria, including federal high court, that have jurisdiction even to try this case. But in our opinion, we know that the federal high court have jurisdiction to try the case. You people should go back to the federal high court. That is where they are today. You see, if I look at what is going on in this country sometimes, I will just shake my head and say, this is not a place. This is not a place. Now, they are talking about Christian genocide and so on and so forth. You saw what Reno Mokri did. He hired people from US to come. Nigeria is an edit of evil things that have happened behind our back. If this man that came from US had compromised his integrity, he will now still come out to say there is no Christian genocide. I don't talk what I don't know. Yes, I told people they are still killing Muslims, but there is a Christian genocide. We must speak the truth. We must say it as it is. We must say things as it is. Now, the issue here is that some politicians in Nigeria have hijacked the polity. They have hijacked the nation. And most of these people are radicals. They believe in radicalism. They believe in Sharia. See, let me tell you, most of Muslims, they are not aware of what is going on. They don't know. Their hands are clean. They don't support what is going on. They don't support any terrorist activities. Most of them are innocent. But I want to tell you this for free. It is not only politicians who are from the north. Your politicians from the southeast, some politicians from the middle belt, southwest, all of them are involved in this shit. And that is why we must say the truth as it is. If Nigeria want to talk about justice, the first thing that they should talk about is who imported this terrorists into the country. Let them get all of them arrested. But you can't arrest the president, according to Kundo Lawumi. You can't arrest governors now. You can't arrest senators because meaning you clap down the nation. That was the voice of the defense intelligence head in Nigeria. After arresting 400 Boko Haram, the government refused to try them. So in a country where this thing is happening, you see someone, they are holding him perpetually. It is called for protest. Only reason they are holding this man is just because they don't want his influence to continue. If they release Nnamdi Kanu today, they knows that. I was listening to Dan last yesterday. He said the reason why these people don't want to release him that Nnamdi Kanu controls 93% of the influence in the Southeast. What a powerful man. 93% influence in the Southeast. He controls it. So when he comes out, if he tells his people to sit down, they will sit down. Do this, they will do this. Do that, they will do that. If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, their fear is his influence. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, the truth is bitter, but we have to say it. We have to say it as it is. So, that is it. Anyway, more thanks to Omoyole Sowore. I don't know what people think about this. People have different opinions, and your opinions are respected. But you see, Omoyole Sowore is genuine to this cause, and he needs our support. Free Nnamdi Kanu now.